na huo ushindi uwe wa Wakenya wote.
To education issues, the government has identified lack of desks, lockers and chairs in public schools as the greatest limitation in enabling social distancing ahead of school reopening. The Ministry of Education invited local Juakali dealers and artisans to apply for the tender in a bid to utilize local talent in the production and supply of over 622,000 desks. Now, the process, which was set to close this Friday, has been extended to Friday next week after some reservations and misgivings about the process were raised.
President Uhuru Kenyatta visited some Juakali artisans producing school furniture in Umoja Estate, Nairobi. It elicited hope. The dream to do business with the government was becoming a reality.
Tunashukuru serikali sana imetupa nafasi, na sisi kama vijana ile kitu tunaomba kwamba huu mradi uendelee hivyo so that usikuwe tu mradi wa short term.
Nashukuru sana kwa sababu rais ametukumbuka. Tumekuwa na njaa sana hii mtindo, lakini tumeshukuru amekuja dakika ya mwisho. Tulikuwa tumeambiwa tuende tuka-apply tenders pale kwa ofisi ya DCC na tukaenda tuka-apply. Yenyewe haikuwa kazi rahisi, lakini tunategemea tutapata hizo tenders ndio tuweze kubadilisha maisha yetu.
In a notice published in the local dailies, the Minister of Education invited interested local Juakali workshops and artisans to apply for the job to supply the desks at the sub-county level. They were required to register for the tenders using prescribed forms downloaded from the websites of the Ministries of Interior and Education, or collect them from the offices of Deputy County Commissioners and Assistant County Commissioners. Whereas many artisans managed to beat the deadline, thousands of others were locked out.
Tukaambiwa kuko na kazi inapatiwano ya vijana wa apply watengeneze viti, alafu sasa so that sasa tuwe tukafanye kazi. Sasa tunakuja leo kurudisha form, hata tumekuja kuchukua form leo na kurudisha. Tunaambiwa ati deadline ilikuwa jana.
I would actually request the government if they could give it maybe another 10 days, and we change the modalities of how we are going to acquire the samples. I think the government will get value for the money.
We are going to extend the registration period up to next week Friday so that more workshops can be registered. But during that process, we shall also be inspecting them to ensure the capacity in order to avoid corruption.
Design prototypes of the desks will be available at the county commissioners, county directors of education and their sub-county offices. And to ensure openness, transparency and fairness in the process, the Minister of Education and the Minister of Interior, through their grassroots structures, undertook to adopt a model similar to the one deployed in the Kazi Mtaani initiative to identify and pay qualifying suppliers. But many still harbor misgivings and reservations.
Kwa nini serikali na danganya wananchi ya kawaida kama mimi? Umejua leo si kwenda kazi, nilisugulikia mambo ya hii. Juu nilijua nikipata hii, watoto watakula. Watu wengine pia watapata kazi ya kufanya.
The idea is good, but the process was not properly done. They did it hurriedly. They would have actually put it on hold. They involved the manufacturers. They would have consulted widely.
The new look desks will eliminate the old sitting arrangements in primary schools, where 4 or 5 pupils would squeeze into a single bench. Meanwhile, secondary schools will retain the locker and chair sitting arrangement. Shadrack Miti, KTN News.
Anger mounted today against